Hi, I'm Chris Overstreet, and I have opinions. On Blue Sky, one of my biggest news sources, since most of the mainstream news media these days is owned by Trump donors and other Republican Party supporters, is an outfit out of Tennessee called the Tennessee Holler. And the other day, they posted this, which is a clip from the extra footage from 60 Minutes, called 60 Minutes Overtime. It doesn't show on the broadcast version of the show. And yeah, the fact that this didn't lead is an example of exactly what I mean by the mainstream news media being controlled by conservatives. So, let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. We're going to watch this clip, and then I'm going to react to it.
You're builders. You've been in real estate. Tell us more about the plan and how much it's going to cost. Where's the money going to come from? And who's going to award the contracts?
I think it's going to cost a lot of money.
What's a lot of money?
The estimates are in the $50 billion range. It might be a little bit less. It might be a little bit more. I happen to think that that's not a lot of money in that region. You have governments that are going to jump on in.
Middle East countries are going to provide the money.
You'll see European participation and so forth. The beginning of this plan is how to get it going. That's what me and Jared work on all the time. The money raising we think is the easy part, but it's the master plan, and we're working with a group of people who have been working on master plans for the last 2 years.
So there are plans already.
We have plans already. We have a master plan already. And by the way, and Jared's been pushing this, and we're working together on it. And I think if the world saw the progress so far, they'd be pretty impressed.
You're a builder.
Okay, so yeah, that was very much Jared Kushner, who's the guy on the right. That's Trump's son-in-law, who is basically his de facto consigliere in his first term, who did all sorts of national security and diplomatic stuff for Trump while never actually having a security clearance, and who the Saudis basically gave a $2 billion slush fund to right as Trump was leaving office the first time. And the guy on the left, I forget his first name, but Witkoff is basically Kushner's replacement. And he is Trump's go-to guy for negotiations with other countries. And his qualification for the office is he's a Florida land developer. That's it. And as you saw just there, he kind of let the cat out of the bag on that. Whatever they're going to be doing in Gaza, they've been planning for 2 years. To give you a bit of a hint, that pretty much means, somebody actually commented on this down here, but where is it? Well, I can't find it now. Anyway, 2 years means they've been planning on this since the latest Gaza war began. Like practically the day it began, they've been planning this. And what is it that they have planned? Well, this clip doesn't say, but the thing is, Donald Trump himself came out with his personal plans about 6 months ago, give or take. Basically, the plan is to level Gaza to the ground, get rid of all the people in Gaza, and turn the Gaza Strip into a huge resort complex, which will, of course, make certain people very, very rich. This is not terribly surprising. Jared Kushner, land developer in New York. His father was notorious for being a convicted fraud felon who Trump pardoned. And then, of course, Whitner, our good friend, the Florida land developer who became Trump's very good buddy, and that was all the reason Trump needed to make him a diplomat. Yeah, they're going for the cash grab, and Palestinians are going to be the ones paying the price. And they are not particularly ashamed about it. They're out for the money. They're not looking at this as a plan for peace. They're not looking at this as the way of rebuilding a peaceful Gaza, a peaceful Palestine where the Palestinians still get to keep their homes. They're out for a land deal, a land grab. And they have been since years before Donald Trump was back in the White House. Remember I mentioned a little bit ago that Jared Kushner was given a $2 billion investment slush fund by the Saudi royal family as Trump was leaving office in 2021. What that tells me is that something like this has been working even that long. The Saudis either predicted or were willing to bet a lot of money or willing to put a lot of money into making happen. They were predicting Donald Trump was going to come back into power. And they were getting their bribes in early. And now they're looking at a big payoff. Donald Trump is going to get his slice. Jared Kushner, Whitner, they're going to get their slices. And the Palestinians, they're just going to get sliced. That's the kind of diplomacy this regime thinks is good. Me, I think it's shit. But I'm Chris Overstreet, and I have opinions.